everyone. So I don't expect this to be a particularly long video. It's probably going to be a fairly short one actually. And it's also to test out some new recording software at the same time. Fingers crossed I can use this footage when I'm done with it, eh? So I've got a couple of things here for my own collection that I've decided that it's going to get unboxed on camera with you guys. Stuff that traditionally I absolutely hate. And you know that I hate them. But this particular theme, I love. Yeah. If you've watched the Cosmic Council recently, you will have already seen some of this series anyway. This is just the last two that I needed for the set. And I've also received a package that I want to open on camera from the Mystery Dice Goblin. Again, now they did send me a sample pack, I think it was last year. And they rang me yesterday and asked if they could send me another sample pack. Well, I weren't going to say no, was I? So, it's here. I did tell them that I would do a video unboxing of it, so that even if it was something that I wasn't interested in for the shop, then at least they'd get a little bit of free advertising out of their efforts for sending me a sample pack. You know, that way they've got a win-win either way, haven't they? And so have I suppose. Right, okay. Obviously, she didn't listen to me over the phone, though, because she has addressed it to Darren at Cosmic Toys. I'm not Darren. I'm Gareth. I'll answer to anything, though. Okay, so we will come to the Mystery Dice Goblin stuff after showing you the other things. Oh, look at that. It's like magic, isn't it? And it seems to work. So, it's Funko Pops. And you know I'm not a fan of Funko Pops, but you also know that I am a fan of Godzilla. And you also know that I'm a fan of anything that's brightly or weirdly coloured. These fit right in, don't they? So, we'll open G-Man first, yeah? Godzilla first, and we'll go in through the bottom because it sounds rude. And I like rude. Shall we take a look at the box first? Sorry, I'm jumping ahead of myself, aren't I? Jumping ahead of myself. There we are. So, lovely traditional box for the pop, you know, the usual white. I do kind of like the artwork that they've got going on here, because when we turn it to the sides, we can see that it's cherry blossom. And I quite like that, because that's very traditional to Japan, isn't it? I wonder if they realise that that's about March, April time, I think. It's cherry blossom. Only lasts for a few days as well, doesn't it? It's not a long-term thing, because that's nature for you. So yeah, I do kind of like this artwork that they've used there. For this, you only get the two, you know, to complete the set. Although the Destroyer, which I've already got, and the Space Godzilla that I've already got, it does show you these two on it as well. So I needed to get this to complete that set. I thought I already had this, but the one that I've got is a different one. It's holding an aeroplane. Hey. So yeah. Okay, I think that's enough of the box. I love that shade of pink. That's enough of the box. Let's get into this. At the end of the day, it's only a Funko Pop, isn't it? I will point out as well, the inside of the box has that lovely artwork as well. So that's nice. You can see it through the window. Couldn't really tell that it was there when this was in, or at least I couldn't tell. I don't know if you spied it. I certainly didn't. What was loud? Well, that's good, isn't it? The bloody thing don't stand up. Okay, it is doing now. There we are. One. What, fuchsia? Godzilla. I do quite like that. I do quite like that. I don't think it's quite as neon vibrant as the... Can you see one just over my shoulder there? I think you can. Yeah, literally just over my shoulder there. You can see another Funko Pop, and that one is from King of Monsters. It's either King of Monsters or Godzilla vs King Kong. Godzilla vs Kong. Yeah, either way. So yeah, nice bright pink. It's got some white highlighting, or not white, but a normal pink, a much lighter pink, baby pink, highlighting there, which I think that's to tie into the cherry blossom. So it's like a cherry blossom pink. It's got like peach coloured toes and fluorescent orange teeth and bright yellow eyes. And if we look at those spines on the back there, ooh, I like that. I like kind of go from orange up to yellow. Very nice. One of the things I like about these, because they're vinyl, because they are vinyl, they'll also go with my Safubi. And I do have a display. You can't see it on camera, sadly, but I do have a display where these will look really, really nice. And I need to pull my finger out, actually, and put them there. I wouldn't mind. I've actually got space for them. It's one of the few things that I have space for. So yeah, he's cool. If he'll stand up, he is standing up. He's quite top heavy and leaning forward, isn't he? Okay, move him aside for now, and we will take a look at the box for the Mecha Godzilla. Now this one's got fireworks going off in the artwork. So I'm guessing this is supposed to be Tokyo City. Some lovely Japanese gondola type boats there in Tokyo Bay. If it is indeed Tokyo, if not, it's just a river of some kind, isn't it? I think it's Tokyo Bay. It kind of makes sense with it being Godzilla, even though it's Mecha Godzilla. You know what I mean. You know what I mean. And then celebratory fireworks going off in the sky above, and that's replicated on the back as well. Cool. And then blue on the top. This is the one that I wanted the least out of the entire set, I've got to be honest. And that's because I just don't think it pops. Then again, I haven't seen it out the box yet, have I? I could be wrong. I could be wrong. Oh, it's packaged different. This one's got those fold down things, whereas that was a, you know, clamshell type thing, wasn't it? Actually, that does look quite nice. Yeah, I'll take it back. I like that. That's nice. And I suppose one thing, if I don't particularly like the colours, I can spray it up and paint it any colour that I like. Can't I? Never thought of that. This might be nice with some silver highlights, actually. Ooh. Yeah, maybe a bit of silver on this would look quite cool. But then it takes it back to the colour it's supposed to be, I suppose, so maybe not. Maybe not. Always thinking, look at that, my mind, I'm always thinking. Yeah, what do you think to this one then? Not bad, is it? It's literally just blue. You got a deeper shade of blue, a lighter shade of blue, and some teal or turquoise going on there for the eyes and whatnot and for detailing. It's also got it on his knees, a little bit on his feet. It's, yeah, not so bad, I don't think. Not so bad. And at the back, it's all that blue, essentially. Put them side by side. What do we think? So yeah, I think when you put them side by side, they start to come into their own a little bit then, don't they? Because they're just a little bit more... Well, they contrast with each other, don't they? They do contrast with each other. And under a bright light as well. I wonder if that one will have any kind of glowing effect under the UV lights that I've got. Which doesn't really matter because where these are going, there aren't any UV lights. I only have UV lights in these cabinets behind me. Okay, cool. So we'll put them there and they can keep an eye on what it is I'm doing, and I'm probably going to end up knocking them over with my arms then, aren't I? Right, let's have a look at this. I'm not frightened of hiding the address because it's the shop address. So yeah, Darren, Gareth. Cosmic Toys at Cosmic Toys. 31 Kingsway Arcade. It's not 31, it's 4 to 6 Kingsway Arcade. 31's where I used to be, but it still shows up from Royal Mail at 31, so they keep sending it to us. Yeah, so it's... yeah. And yeah, they've come from the Mystery Dice Goblin. See that? Mystery Dice Goblin. Yeah. Okay, let's get into it. Shall we? I'll take that out there because I believe... yeah, that's got trade prices on, which they probably wouldn't be happy with me sharing with the public, so... but before I get those out, I'll let you see them. Yeah, so that's how the pack is. You get 3 bags in there. Now that's a new bag for me. I've not seen that bag before. Seen those 2 bags before, but I haven't seen that bag. So, since I've not seen that one before, I'm going to save that till last. Oh, it's interesting. I've just read what it says on there. Move back so you can see what it says on there as well. Okay, I believe... yeah, this is just a bag of D6. That's 6-sided dies. Yeah. We're going to open them. I'm not just going to show you the packets. We are going to open them. There you are. So, may the dice gods be ever in your favour. Mystery Dice Goblin. Blah blah blah. They are made in China. I do believe it's a British company though. Yep, British company. So you get a set of 10 matching dice in here, and they are all 6-sided dice. So, let's see what they are. I did quite like the ones that we got last time. And who knows, maybe we'll start stocking them. Oh. So I'll tip them out onto here. So they are quite luxury looking dice. These are like a pearlescent blue and black. Marbly. Bit like agate really, aren't they? There's a sheen to them, a metallic pearlescent sheen. I don't know if I can get the camera to, you know, focus on them, but that's them. They're quite nice. I always find it funny when on a 6-sided dice or die they have the underline on the 6, so that you don't mistake it for a 9. There wouldn't be a 9 on a 6-sided dice, would there? So yeah, and then gold painted numbers. Very nice. Let's move those aside. And we'll have a look at these. Now this is a full set of matching polyhedral dice. Which means it's got your D6, all your different ones. All the way up to D20, I believe. Okay, so it's those ones that we're looking at this time. And they are quite nice. They're, again, like a marble effect. And that seems to go from a bit of a reddy brown through to a green. And there's glitter in there with it as well. That's quite lovely. Oh, that red one's nice. Yeah. Yeah, what do you think to those ones? Obviously, with the popularity of Dungeons and Dragons and other tabletop games getting bigger and more popular in current times, these are kind of one of those must-have things. What's a 4-sided dice? Come on. Cool. Very cool. Also for Warhammer, although for Warhammer I don't think you'd normally use these. I think you'd normally use the D6s. Right, so there's these ones now, which are these supposed to be like seconds? There's the ugly ones, unpolished ones, they're poorly inked ones, and probably cursed. I like that. Probably cursed dice set. Dice of disappointment. I'm curious. Are they any cheaper? They are actually. Yes, they are cheaper. So, just for if anyone's got any interests, RRP on these are $6.99 for a set. RRP on these are £10 for a set. It effectively works out about £1 a dice, doesn't it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, it works out about £1 a die. So yeah, you $6.99, £10, and then these are £6. And apparently they are their second best seller, which is interesting, isn't it? Okay, so let's have a look and see what these are like. So these might not be matching sets then. Might not be matching sets these. Oh god, no, they're certainly not a matching set, are they? I wonder if I'll be able to realise what it is that's actually wrong with them. See, that's lovely. It's got a chip on it there. Well, not a chip, but it's... I think if it was to drop on a hard surface a few times, that would probably chip off. But yeah, that's probably the fault in that one. So that's a clear with some... a little splodge of pink dye and some pink glitter in there. Cool. That one, it's like a stone effect, is that? We've got pink, beige and green. Looks like there's a little bit of glitter in there with it as well. I can't see what's wrong with this one, to be honest. Can you see what's wrong with it? Could that be a flaw? I wonder if it's this edge here that's a flaw. Which if it is, and they've identified these as flaws, that's absolutely incredible. This is quite posh looking, isn't it? Again, I'm not instantly seeing anything that's wrong with this. It's like a very, very, very deep wine coloured with some flecks of red glitter run throughout it all. It might be that little bit of smudge paint there. Interesting. Very, very interesting. And I've got this one, which has got a shell in it. Okay. So at the bottom there, you've got some blue, which I think is supposed to be water. I can't get... My head's not in shot, is it? Sorry. I need to sit upright or lower the camera down. And then you've got a seashell sat on that water there. And then the top of it's clear. Interesting. Again, I cannot see any flaws with it, so I don't know what's supposed to be faulty about that. A red one there, almost orange, fiery colour. I suppose there might be a little bit too much black ink there that's come out over the top half of that number 3. I don't know. That might be it. That's nice. White with the green running through it. Very nice. And then this sort of like pearl. Mother of pearl, isn't it? It's mother of pearl, is that? Again, cannot see a particular fault with it. That's like copper coloured numbers as well. And that's it for them. So, what do you think to the Mystery Dice Goblin? I might place an order with them. Minimum order £70, so it's less than £100 with VAT, isn't it? So, It's just the thought of spending nearly 100 quid on dice, and I hardly sell any, so no, I probably won't order any. Unless the feedback from this video indicates that maybe I should. So, I suppose that brings us to the end, doesn't it? And with that in mind, from Mecha Godzilla and Godzilla and the Mystery Dice Dungeon, not Mystery Dice Dungeon, Mystery Dice Goblin, and from me, thanks for watching, and hopefully I'll catch you again in the next one. Right, that's it, yeah. Take care. Bye-bye.